Ryan Reynolds. The guy's just plain cool, am I right?
おじいさん。
I mean, even as big as haters have to admit it, the dude had jokes and a witty sense of humor. And let's be real, he's the perfect embodiment of what we all imagined Deadpool to be. Plus, he bagged that stunning Blake Lively. I mean, the guy's got everything going for him, eh? In 2016, Ryan finally convinced Marvel to give him and Wade Wilson a shot on the big screen, and it was an immense success. I mean, the movie cost around $58 million to make, and it generated over $800 million worldwide. It's almost enough to make us forget his time playing another superhero. But here's the thing, why do I blame Ryan and Deadpool for the recent bad quality of protagonists in video games and movies? It's simple, they were just too good and too cool. Deadpool is basically an unkillable smart-mouth jokester. His whole persona is that of an asshole that keeps looking for the next joke to make, or the next prank to pull, and not wanting to help, but ends up reluctantly saving the day anyway. The problem is, everyone is trying to replicate it, and not in a good way. Every so-called writer thinks that making their character not care and make snarky remarks at everyone or overuse sarcasm would put them in the Deadpool kind of cool column. But in reality, we end up with very unlikable characters that are straight out annoying or assholes. Dialogue that should be interesting and make the public get more involved in the story goes down the drain when a genius thinks that adding some additional half-assed sarcasm is a good idea. Let's take Forspoken for example. The game is beautiful. It's basically an isekai, and the idea behind it is not new, but the Parker spin on it is somewhat interesting and fun, but it's completely messed up by the lackluster script and the writer's distorted idea of what cool is. Instead of going on an adventure in a new world, trying out new powers, trying to understand the lore, we end up with a game where the player low-key hates the protagonist that they're playing, and they can't stand her opening her mouth. Check this out, guys.
Just move shit with my freaking mind.
I just can't. And no, this is not because she's a woman. It's simply because she's an annoying little prick trying to be edgy. Female-led games can be masterpieces too. Tomb Raider's Lara Croft is an obvious example of that. Think about it. How many games and movies have you experienced lately where you find that the content is okay or more than decent, but can't help but wonder if it would not have been even better if there was less cringy sarcasm or less funny dialogue? Let's take Black Adam for example. The movie is gorgeous, and we all know The Rock can act, but it still doesn't hit home. It feels off. It gives me the same feeling I got revisiting PS2 games that, at the time, I thought had crazy realistic graphics. The movie was supposed to be about an anti-hero trying to change his ways for the greater good, a character development arc, and a charismatic character that people can somewhat look up to, but instead, we end up with a strong goofball on every testosterone drug under the sun, trying to throw one-liners, fight in slow motion, and then proceed to hit that eyebrow pose of Jim from The Office. And I can't help but think that we came close to something great, but we got blueballed by truly brainless scripting and a clear disconnect between what the public wants and what the screenwriters deem cool. To be fair, Deadpool isn't the only thing to blame for this poop-tier quality of characters we've been getting for years. I was just making a point. The movie's great, and the sequel was too, and I hope the third is as well. But you and I are in the wrong here more than Ryan Reynolds could ever be. I mean, we still go to the movies, and we still stream the shows, and we still give them our money. So at the end of the day, that writer that can't write still has his job and will still share his mud puddle ideas with no self-reflection because he thinks himself he did a good job since there's a profit, right? Voting with our wallets is what it's all about. Hate watching like what happened with Velma lately is counterproductive because, as you've seen, the third worst ranked IMDb show in history got a second season, and it's all due to the fact that us customers watching that garbage and hating it does not hurt the big corporation's bottom line. They keep making money whether we like what they made or we hated it. We should really start thinking of this when purchasing a movie ticket, a Blu-ray, or even renewing our subscription on streaming platforms. Anyway, what do you guys think? Am I right, or am I just talking out of my ass? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I have loads of additional rants to share with you soon.